Goliath was a very ugly, very scary, very big giant. He was as tall as a house. His eyes were as big as baseballs. His legs were as thick as tree trunks. Everyone was afraid of Goliath. Everyone, that is, except little David. Now, David and Goliath were very different. David was small. Goliath was huge. David was quiet. Goliath was noisy. David was kind. Goliath was mean. David sang like a bird. Goliath roared like a lion. David ate porridge for breakfast. Goliath ate squirrels. But the most important difference between David and Goliath was David knew God. Goliath did not. David knew that God was bigger than Goliath. Goliath thought he was bigger than anyone. David knew God was strong. Goliath thought he was stronger. David knew when it was time for him to fight that huge giant, God would be fighting with him. Goliath thought that when it was time for him to fight that little boy, he could do it alone. Out onto the battlefield marched Goliath. Out onto the battlefield tiptoed David. "I am going to squash you flat," roared Goliath in a huge voice. "My God is so big, so strong and so mighty," sang David in a quiet voice. Goliath lifted his huge sword. David lifted his small sling. Round and round and round David swung that small sling. Out shot one smooth stone. It flew through the air faster than a speeding bullet. Kaboom! It hit Goliath right in the middle of his big forehead. Goliath dropped his huge sword. He rocked backwards and forwards and then fell with a mighty thump to the ground. Little David ran happily home to have his porridge. Goliath never got to eat another squirrel. And here's my favourite part of the story. This is your love letter from God. Dear child of God, I have something very special to tell you. No giant is bigger than me. No giant is stronger than me. So do not be afraid of giant things in your life that might frighten you. Never forget I am bigger and stronger than anything you might be scared of. So try to be like David. Don't be afraid. Remember, I'm always with you. Your big, strong friend, God. And God's wonderful words to you are from the book of Isaiah. God says, "Do not be afraid. I am with you."